Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Tonight's story is about something you cannot see, something that chooses you and refuses to leave. A real-life encounter with a spirit that doesn't haunt a house, it haunts a person. Arman had just moved into an old apartment building in the city. The rent was cheap, and he needed a place close to his new job. The building looked abandoned at first glance, dimly lit corridors, peeling paint, and a smell of damp wood, but he thought it was fine. The first night, everything seemed normal, but around midnight, he felt a strange chill, the kind that seeps into your bones. He shrugged it off, thinking it was just the old building. A few nights later, he started hearing whispers. Faint, soft, almost like someone speaking behind the walls. Arman, Arman, it called him by name. At first, he thought it was his imagination, but then came the shadows. Whenever he turned his head, he could swear someone was standing behind him. The lights flickered, and sometimes he would see movement in the corners of his room. One night, he woke up to something sitting on his chest. He couldn't move. His heart raced, and he could barely breathe. A dark figure hovered above him, featureless except for glowing red eyes. The air was thick, like he was underwater. The figure leaned close, and he felt its cold breath against his face. "You belong to me," it whispered, not out loud, but inside his head. Arman tried everything. He prayed, he burned incense, he sprinkled salt. The figure would vanish temporarily but returned stronger each night. Soon, the terror followed him outside his apartment. He would see shadows walking behind him on the street, and mirrors reflected not him, but something else. His own reflection sometimes smiled at him while he was screaming. The most terrifying moment came when he stayed over a friend's house. He thought he was safe, but at 3 a.m., he woke up on the floor, drenched in sweat. The ghost had followed him. He could feel its weight pressing down, its presence wrapping around him like chains. Arman's life became unbearable. Friends stopped answering his calls. He couldn't work. His body weakened. His mind trembled with fear constantly. He even saw strange markings on his skin, like claw marks, but he never remembered scratching himself. Finally, he sought a spiritual healer. The healer said the spirit was old, vengeful, and had latched onto him because of his fear. They tried rituals for hours. Arman thought he was free, but that night, he woke up in the dark apartment. The windows were locked, the doors sealed, but he wasn't alone. The shadow stood at the corner, grinning now. Its face slowly started to mimic him. It whispered, "You can't leave me. I'm inside you." The next morning, his apartment was empty. All his belongings were gone, except a small note on the kitchen counter. "I am no longer outside. I am part of you now." Neighbors say sometimes, if you pass by the building late at night, you can see a lone figure in the window. But if you look closely, it's not just a person, it's someone or something trapped inside a shadow. And some nights, people claim they hear whispers from inside the empty apartment, calling their name. Because once a ghost chooses you, it never lets go. Thank you for watching, and remember, always be careful where you step and what you ignore. Who knows what might be following you tonight? If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell to hear more real-life horror stories. Sleep tight, if you can.